Here's the continuation of our little XR100 problem. If you remember, the engine was intermittently locking up and it came in with a Kickstarter problem. Well, I had noticed that the engine had very little, if any, compression whatsoever. And what I found inside the cylinder head is that right there. Can you see the little bit of a Phillips screw head in there? It's had a screw go through the engine. And you can see what it's done to the cylinder head. Right here we're looking at the exhaust valve, and you can see where this screw has just absolutely bounced around and mashed itself up and tore up the head. And over here at the intake valve, it's actually bent the valve. When I took this apart, I had about a 1/16 of an inch of clearance in the valve adjustment, so I knew we had something pretty bad going on in there. And you can actually see light under that valve. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but in a pinch this head can most likely be reused. This is all going to have to be smoothed out, and a set of new valves popped in here, and we need to get a good look at these seats. They might need recut. If this damage has gone underneath the seat and actually lifted a seat, the head is junk. So you can see what it's done to the piston here. And really it came out a lot better than you would expect, but you know, for bouncing around in there. Now the real question is, where did it come from? Well, I didn't have to look very long, and let me show you what I found. Let's walk on over here to this unit, take a look here. Okay, right here in the carburetor. Let me open this choke blade. Well, this is a good view. Do you see that open hole right there? This choke blade is sitting in here sideways. And if I open this, if we have enough light to see, you can see the pattern of where the shaft originally sat on the blade. And you can see where the screw came from, right there. Now, probably best to replace this carburetor, but it can be repaired. Anytime one of these screws are removed, you want to always make sure that the back of that screw is peened over, so this thing cannot come out. Now the warning these folks had is the fact that their choke wasn't working. This choke was doing absolutely nothing. In fact, it was probably making the engine run a little bit rich, so it was even restricting airflow. But that was their warning, and there usually is a warning before something like this happens.